You're speechless. I'm speechless as well. This is so flavorful.
Jollof is an everyday as well as party rice from the coastal countries of West Africa. It is a one-pot dish that is definitely meant to be the star of your dinner table. If you're watching this video somewhere in Nigeria or Ghana, I'm sure you love eating and cooking jollof rice. Jollof rice is an everyday staple and sometimes cooked for special occasions. I'm making this video with the intention of bringing jollof rice to the attention of the larger audience, and hopefully this will create a buzz in the mainstream about this wonderful, delicious rice. While I was living in Kenya for my humanitarian work with the UN, Ahmer and I happened to go to this Nigerian restaurant in Nairobi. They had jollof rice in their menu. I completely fell in love with the dish and decided to come back home and do a bit of research and try it in the kitchen. Now I feel very confident, and therefore I'm doing this video for you guys. I also felt encouraged after I received an Instagram shout out from Yolanda from New York Times Cooking about my jollof and char grilled sardine. I thought, why not share this amazing recipe with you guys? I'm not doing a classic jollof rice today. I'm taking inspiration from my Indian heritage and inspired by some handed down family secrets. I'm doing a jollof rice with an Indian twist. Since I'm combining Nigeria and India in one pot, we are obviously going to use long grain aged in aromatic basmati rice. We want our rice to be nice and fluffy and not to lump up. To ensure this, we will need to get rid of the excess starch from the basmati rice. I'll be rinsing the rice 3 times and then keeping the rice soaked for at least 30 minutes before we start cooking. Meanwhile, I'll prepare the sauce in which the jollof rice will be cooked. I'm using 1 red bell pepper, this recipe calls for 1 large onion, but I'm splitting it into half, adding half to the veggies to be pureed and dicing half to be sauteed in the rice pot. Then I'm adding 2 medium-sized fine tomatoes and 1 Scotch bonnet. Scotch bonnets are basically Caribbean peppers and are widely used in West African food. I'm also throwing in 2 garlic pods because I'm going to add ginger and garlic paste to the rice as well. Throw in some water if required and blend everything together. To cook the jollof rice, I'm using my Dutch oven. Nice and sturdy, this will allow our rice to cook on low heat and will not let the steam escape. Add some vegetable oil and then add the whole spices. These whole spices are magical. Their flavor and aroma remain intact when preserved and dried, and they flavor whatever ingredients they are cooked in. So these spices are going to flavor our oil, then our sauces, and then our rice. It's going to be amazing. As soon as the spices sizzle slightly, I'm adding in the onions. Stir them until golden. Caramelized onions, of course, will lend extra flavor. Then I'm adding a teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste and mixing well with the onions. Once the rawness of ginger garlic paste is gone, I'm pouring in the pureed red sauce. Giving it a good stir, cover and let it simmer on medium heat for at least 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you will notice the oil is separating from the sauce, and this is an indication that it's time for our basmati rice to go in. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the rice that has been soaking in the water. I drained it through a sieve so that the excess water does not remain. We want the rice to be nice and fluffy, and to achieve the texture, we are kind of sauteing the rice. Basmati rice is packed with flavor, and when sauteed, it releases its unique nutty flavor. Thanks to my mother for sharing this tip. Okay, now it's time for the stock. You'll notice that some of the excess water from the pureed sauce has disappeared. I'm adding some tomato paste and then adding some stock. You can add some beef or chicken stock. If you want to keep it vegetarian, add some vegetable stock. I'll also add some salt and thyme at this stage. Let the rice and the sauce come to a boil. Then bring the flame to medium-low and place a kitchen towel for extra insulation so that the steam does not escape. This is like mimicking the Dum Biryani technique so that the rice can breathe inside the pot while it cooks. After 10 minutes, I'm bringing the flame to absolute low and letting the jollof rice cook for 10 to 15 more minutes. Okay, it's time to check now. And our jollof rice with Indian twist is ready. Keeping the Indian-inspired Nigerian jollof rice in mind, I'm serving it with some tandoori chicken. Yum! These pair really well together. You can also serve it with some grilled sardines like I did before, or with any vegetables too. And just enjoy this with your friends and family. So here it is, the jollof is ready. I've prepared some spicy tandoori chicken wings to go with it. I also have some pickled cucumbers to go with it. Let me serve some jollof for you.
Oh yes, please.
Like I promised, the jollof is super fluffy. Some tandoori wings.
Oh man, I love tandoori chicken
Who
and
doesn't?
tandoori wings, my god.
Who doesn't love tandoori, right?
Man, I can't wait to try this. You're speechless. I'm speechless as well. This is so flavorful.
The slight tang from tomatoes. Oh my god.
Spice is perfect. I love it.
I mean, it's spicy, but it's not the kind of spice where you want to just give up. What do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking they'll have to add something on these rice.
Like yogurt or
Or-
something?
Yeah, or maybe some dip or chutney or something.
Yeah.
But it's just perfect. It's balanced.
Yeah.
I don't even feel the need to have a side. It's a dish of its own.
This is amazing, guys. I just wish you guys were here to try this, but I'm sure using my recipe, you guys will be able to achieve this party jollof rice with Indian twist in your own kitchen. See you in the next video, guys. Happy cooking!